This is my business. Melanie, the mail is from Melanie. So 20 years old, second born to a mother and father. So I've grown up in a nuclear family. I have 2 sisters. My childhood has been interesting and not really interesting at the same time. So I went to boarding school early. I went to boarding school in class 2 with my elder sister. At that time she was in class 8. So that gave me a bit of how life is early on, so I picked that up. But again I transferred after a year, went to a better school. So from class 3 all to finishing class 8, I was in a school called Church on the Rock in Karen. I did well, I passed, and I got called to Ngara. So in Ngara I became sick, sadly. I stayed there for about a week or 2, but I had to get out. So after that I bounced about in 2 schools or so, which then I ended up being homeschooled all through Form 4. So I finished Form 4. When I got Form 4, I registered in a private institution where they have kids who were sick, who were expelled, also people who never got finished high school and stuff. So you go there, do your KCSE and all. Yeah, I did that. But again, I didn't really do well, but I did quite fair. So after that, I decided to take a gap year. That was in 2018. Took a gap year to 2019. Then my parents were like, yo, you need a plan, you need a plan. I always wanted to do culinary arts. I'm a really good cook. So I told them, this is my passion, I want to do this. They were like, get the schools, let's go. Went to the schools, went to the 2 top schools in Kenya. Oh, the fees were over the roof. So we came back home, laid it on the table, and they were like, to be honest, we really can't do this, we can't. I won't lie, at that time I was really devastated because, you know, my passion, you can't do that. So I asked for some few months to just, you know, reconfigure, see what I can do. So fast forward to 2019, July, June, I decided to, you know what, let me try business. So I sat them down again, told them this is what I might do. I gave them a list of businesses. Oh, and 90% of that list, again, couldn't work because of capital. So in that list, I had interior design, stroke styling, which was also kind of a passion. And I had a freelancer chef, so I can come to your home, cook for you. Yeah, so both of them, if you notice, it requires you to go to people's home. At that time I was 19. So my parents were like, no, this is too risky, you can't do this. But I insisted and I ended up with doing interior styling. I did it for 3-4 months. Then it became hard getting clients in Kenya who will pay you money to buy them stuff for their houses. Really hard. So in that period, I had only one customer who paid me 5,000 Kenyan shillings. That was my pay out of a budget of 40K. So I was like, you really can't live on this. 4 months, you get 5K. Who even gets that? Yeah. So I went back to the drawing table, back to plan 0, and I had to do it again. So one day I opened Pinterest and I saw cheese boards. So I was like, wow, this is really nice. I've never seen someone do this in Kenya, apart from the guys who sell them in malls. So I was like, wow, this is a business idea. Like, I had that light bulb moment. Then I was like, oh, if you can make cheese boards from wood, what else can you make? And I kept doing my research. So I decided to, you know what, let me just design things for myself and then see if it can, you know, flow. So I had sketches, I drew trays, I drew spoons, I drew almost everything you can think of. I drew giraffes. So yeah, I did that, then I laid it all on the table and I was like, this and this and this is what I want to do. They were like, cool, yeah, so tell us your figure. I gave them my figure, 300,000. Give me the money. They were like, no, we're not giving you 300,000. You just do it. What if you blow it all? And I'm like, cool, what can you give me? They said, the most we can do is 200K and we're not giving it all at once. We're going to give you in bits. So I was like, okay, give me 2 months, I get my statistics right. So my dad had a friend who knew how to carve wood. He referred me to him and I gave him my sketches to do samples. He did them very well, so I was really inspired to do it. So I asked for the money. So my business was to be online oriented. Online oriented needs good photos, needs good phone, good editing. My phone at that time didn't really have a nice camera, it was just a phone for calling, texting, yeah. So when I was given the money, I took almost 30K out of it, bought a phone. I took another like 40K, bought a laptop. And for all that, yeah, so my parents were like, you're really blowing this money. You're using it in not, they really didn't understand, but I explained it all to them. And when they got the picture, they really supported me all through. Yeah, so I started with like 2 cheese spoons, 2 spoons, and I sold. I got a market, a growing clientele, and I've never looked back ever since. Yeah. Pricing my goods, it was really hard because you don't want to overprice and you also don't want to underprice, yeah. So the factors I weigh in from the artisan side, him buying the wood, him transporting it to his warehouse, him making it, his labor, then transportation to me, then transportation from me to the client, it's all included. So plus my profit, definitely, because it's a business, yeah. So you have to weigh all that in. So maybe I can get a board made from my artisan, makes it at, let's say 700, that's his price range, 700 to 900 for a board, a small board. So I have to put all the factors. I have to put on the transport, which is usually about 1,000 bob from his place to Machakos. So that comes to, when you divide it on all the goods you get, you add about 100 shillings on each good. Then I have to talk to the client who is ordering, where do you want it to delivered to? So let's say Mombasa, we deliver with almost 560, but Wells Fargo for goods under 5 kg. I put that in also, and then my profit, which is about 300 or 200 shillings. So you get, I can sell about for 1,500 minus delivery, or 2,000 for the same board, which includes all those factors in there. So yeah. My first client, I remember her so well. She was really, really, really nice and understanding, because I told her this is my first time doing this. Yeah, so she ordered a board and we had to go over the logistics with her. So where do you want it delivered to? Do you want it to your home or can you pick it up? Yeah, but she was really, really understanding. So I gave her a discount, definitely. You're my first client, you get 10% discount. Yeah, she has definitely bought more stuff from me now. I've also sold to all over Kenya. I've sent to Garissa, I've sent to Mombasa, Lamu. I've sent to Uganda. To Uganda, Nairobi. My biggest clientele is in Nairobi, yeah. I'm really, really trying to, branch out and give this unique art in Kenya and like broaden it and put it out there to the world, definitely. We have worked with 2 hotels right now for wholesale orders, which is really good. Pays nice, definitely, but also gives us the exposure and the experience, yeah. The biggest mistake, let me just say that, when I started, I didn't know how to separate business finances from my personal finances, and that made me really use up my capital. So I tipped my business the knee side a bit, but I had to take a course. I had to pay for a course online and just, understand the whole, since, I just came out of high school straight to business, yeah. I didn't have that much of the experience. So I took a course, I learned a lot, yeah. So right now I know, like, business money goes to, the business side, personal money is separate, definitely. Patience, patience with people, with my artisan, sometimes he has orders from other people, and on this other side, your client is pressuring you. You have to know how to, juggle both and put both sides that, to be in a positive state. So I've learned patience, definitely, and just being kind. You really do not know what someone goes through, yeah. So, those virtues that you really take for granted, yeah, you really, it hits you in the face, and you just have to learn it the hard way. Yeah, so when I started Meraki by Mail, I was 19. So pretty naive, So I really didn't know anything about business, apart from, hearing my dad say this and this, but really not paying attention to it. So at that time, I had a 9 to 5. So I had to juggle my business and my 9 to 5, going to work at 9. So pack the orders and everything and leave them, prepared, so that when you come home at 5, you just have to take them and bolt. Yeah, so also being 19 and having income and no one really to check you, because, you're not getting it monthly, you're getting it daily, yeah. So it was really, I overspent. I became, can I say proud? Not really proud, but I bought things that weren't really necessary, and I had to learn that the hard way, yeah. So my business, definitely when you start eating at your capital, it has to go down. Then you get scared and you're like, no, I won't do this, I won't be a spendthrift, yeah. So yeah, I had to configure myself and, say, don't dip into, your business money, yeah. Yeah, so being employed, you have to definitely abide by the work rules. So no phones, you just be like completely, your mind to be channeled to, the business, the employment, yeah. So I used to take my lunch hour, just log into the Wi-Fi and reply to the customers and tell them, oh, I'm currently at work, your order will be sent out, and when I send it out, you're going to get a photo of the receipt to, to have that trust, so they don't think, you're a con. Yeah, so I had to make sacrifices. My free time wasn't mine anymore, it was Miraki by Mail's time. So it was, I had so many balls in the air, but for some reason I managed to catch them all and, keep the circle going. Yeah. When I had the business idea, I didn't have the name, so I went online and Googled like nicknames, as everyone does. So I went through so many names and they were just not doing it. But I came across the word Miraki, which was like making something with your hands, but putting your whole heart and experience into it, so that it just becomes really, really unique to each client and to the person you're making it for, which really like got to me, and I was like, this can really do. So I had to put my name, to brand it, because it's mine. So to make it unique, since the word Miraki was already taken. So I thought, what about Miraki by Mail? It came, I typed it in, it was free, I took it, yeah. So that's how it came about. So it's Melanie making things from the heart for my clients. Yeah. When I talked to my artisan, he gave me a couple of woods samples, and I looked at them and I was like, I like jacaranda. It's bright, it's, you know, out there. It's not apologetic, for me say. It's not really dull. So I decided I'll make all my products with jacaranda wood. So we decided, I gave him the plants, which were cheese boards, cutting boards, egg trays, serving spoons, bowls, anything you can think of that goes to the kitchen. We did that. We, as we went about, as we continued along with the journey, we definitely cut some things out. The ones that weren't really settling or weren't really liked. Yeah, so that's what we sell. When I started, I went a couple of days online without making a sale, which was really, really disheartening. But then my first clients came about. I was like, oh, I saw your post and you sell such nice stuff. I like your photos, but they're a bit pricey. So I was like, we're really trying to make it, you know, equal to all sides. But she understood and she decided to pay. So because she was really understanding, I decided, why not give her the discount so that she can refer more people. Yeah, and as time went by, I got clients. Some were sketchy, definitely. Someone telling you to send them stuff without any form of payment, which wasn't really, I wasn't really buying it. At some point, I actually did. I did send, and I never got a payment. I got, the phone was shut off. I was blocked on Instagram, so I kind of learned from that. Right now, you have to pay so that I can send you the stuff. Since, you know, you getting to me, it's simpler than me getting to you. Yeah, so it has been really hard. Clients are really skeptical about buying things from an online store that doesn't have a physical shop, because they want to see the quality. They want to see it's real, actually, not you stealing photos from somewhere. That's actually something that really had me with taking my own photos, yeah? Good quality photos, not just borrowing them from Pinterest, where people are like, no, I saw this from Pinterest, this is a con. Yeah, so it has been challenging. Definitely, because you lose clients. Some are really skeptical, and you have to come to a negotiation point where you, okay, I'll pay for transport. When you get it, you can refund me the money. And up to now, I've only faced that one issue. Everything else has been quite smooth, apart from, you know, the small back and forth, yeah. So with my 9 to 5, I'm still at the job. I really didn't see the need of, you know, since the workload at Meraki by Mail, I can still manage it and still manage my 9 to 5. So up until the time Meraki by Mail will be really big and I'll have to channel my whole concentration to it, I figured, why income both sides, why leave this one, yeah? So right now, I'm still at the 9 to 5. I work from 9 to 5. Then again, bolt home, get the packages, bolt back, and, you know, send them. Yeah. So yeah, I'm still doing that. I pray so much for God to give me grace to handle customers, for me to be nice. You know, not if I wake up in a bad mood, I don't want to channel it to my customers. So I just say, you know, it's always a good day to have a good day. It's always a good day to have a good business day. So we just believe in that, and a sale will come by, yeah, and you'll make it. You'll make the sale. Yes, or an interview will come by from you. Yeah, definitely. Again, let me take you back when I said I didn't know how to separate personal finances. After I took the course, I understood that out of the profit you're making at the end of the month, you need to pay yourself. You're not supposed to take all the profit, yeah? So after I learned that, I usually have a meeting with myself. I just go to a cafe, sit down and write, go through my profits, calculate everything, make sure it matches with what I have in the bank account, yeah. Separate it from the capital, separate it from what I have to pay my artisan. Then whatever remains, I sit down and pay myself. Then I go through the month that has been, yeah, to see where will I improve. Maybe I should introduce new products, yeah. People need to see new products, or I should do more ads, or I should do more PR packages, yeah. So I write that down. I have goals, and at the end of the month, I tick the ones that were from the prior month. I did this, this went well, this didn't go well. So yeah, we're doing this again, we're not doing this again, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I follow a lot of business women, Kenyan business women. I don't know if I can mention names like Nancy Wai, Maureen Bandari, and they hold these segments on their stories where they talk about how you're supposed to govern your business, yeah. So sometimes so many people share, other business people, they share what they did wrong and what they did right, and you have to look at it and think, okay, this person said mm, you have to wait for a certain period of time before you start getting help from, because you have to pay the person. So at that you get that you wanted to get help, and you're really not in a financial point of paying another person and supporting their life, yeah, So you have to make that sacrifice and keep on going till to the point where you are able to afford, yeah. So yeah, definitely learning from other business people, business women, has really helped me. And my parents are business people. They talk about business a lot, yeah. So yeah, I've gotten a lot of lessons from them too, yeah.